Shalom, shalom, Yasharali. It's your brother Mashaya coming at y'all with a quick edifying video through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. So with this video, or this quick article I want to go into, is going into a Minnesota state lawmaker killed in politically motivated assassination massive manhunt for suspect underway, officials say. So this is literally the prophecy of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 16 being fulfilled, along with the riots going on in LA. And supposedly today, there's supposed to be a whole bunch of protests in all major states in the U.S. and over in the East too. So we'll see what happens today. But it says 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So that's literally taking place right now. It says Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark were shot and killed early Saturday morning. All praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Because all these politicians are corrupt in one way or another. Were shot and killed early Saturday morning in what appears to be a politically motivated assassination. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said at a news conference Saturday. Minnesota State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were also targeted by the same individual and each shot multiple times. Walz said they have undergone surgery and are alive. It says the Hoffmans are out of surgery at this time and receiving care, and we are cautiously, optimally optimistic they will survive this assassination attempt. Damn. But it's all Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. He might have the nukes saved for their ass, or a famine, or something. But it says the governor said both lawmakers are members of the Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party. The suspect is at large and a massive manhunt is underway, officials said at the news conference. This is a very large-scale search, Brooklyn Park Police Chief Mark Bruley said. We have detained several people and questioned them, but we do not have anybody in custody at this time. Law enforcement was first called around 2 o'clock a.m. And at the same time, you got to keep in mind, they be talking about they doing these wide damn searches for somebody that killed these two, but they literally got cameras everywhere around here. And how advanced this technology is, especially with this AI, you telling me they doing a massive manhunt and they still haven't found the culprit yet. So you got to keep in mind, this may be a false flag to implement more stricter laws upon the citizens and to implement martial law. So you got to look at it two ways. It might be real or it might be a big ass lie. It says the suspect is at large and a massive manhunt is underway, officials said at the news conference. This is a very large scale search. Brooklyn Park Police Chief Mark Bruley said, we have detained several people and questioned them, but we do not have anybody in custody at this time. Law enforcement was first called around 2 o'clock a.m. local time on Saturday with reports that someone had shot Hoffman and his wife. Police responded to their home and provided life-saving measures before the couple was transported to the hospital. According to Drew Evans, the Minnesota Borough Salakia, Minnesota Borough, I cannot pronounce that, of Criminal Apprehension Superintendent, around 3:35 a.m. Another call came in when officers were proactively checking on Hortman's home. When Brooklyn Park police officers arrived, they noticed that there was a police vehicle in the driveway with emergency lights on and what appeared to be a police officer at the door coming out of the house, officials said. That individual immediately fired a weapon at them. Evans said an exchange gunfire took place during which the suspect was able to escape. The Brooklyn Park Police Department, along with other law enforcement agencies from the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, The Minnesota Department of Public Safety, State Patrol, and FBI and BCA are now actively engaged in a manhunt for the suspect they believe is responsible for both shooting, Evans said. Authorities are searching for a male wearing a vest with taser a badge, and other equipment similar to that of a police officer. According to Bully, the suspect is on foot. If somebody comes to the door and they knock on the door claiming to be a police officer, please do a couple things. I don't have to read all that. Waltz has activated the State Emergency Operations Center and a cross-jurisdictional Joint Information Center has been established as the manhunt continues, according to the governor's spokesperson, Teddy Tishan. Local law enforcement and chaplain in Brooklyn Park have the full resources of the state of Minnesota behind them. We are monitoring the situation closely and will share more information. I'm not going to read all this. All right, this last piece I'll read. It says, "This is a stunning act of violence. I'm thankful for all the law enforcement who are responding in real time." U.S. Senator Cole Burcher said in a post on X, "My prayers are with the Hortman and Hoffman families. Both legislators are close friends and devoted to their families and in public services." And with that, Yasharala, I pray our brothers and sisters were edified with this quick lesson. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakodash. With that, Shalom.